Hello beautiful, join me today as I'm about to prepare about 60 meat pie. Join me and let's get started. As I said, 2026 is going to be powerful. Yes, when you are working alone, you have to make sure you organize yourself before you put your hands in your dough and everything. Yes, so you get all your things ready. So let's get started as I'm going to get my fillings ready, my egg wash, and some petty things. So don't skip through my video. This is Hilda's Kitchen. If today is your first time watching me, I'm the only chef with swag, the comedian, the only chef who can speak the typical fancy from Mori Central region, etc. So don't skip through my video. Let's get started. The weather is very cool. Yes, first of all, wash your hands very well. How can you prepare a meat pie without a filling? So this is my filling. Normally I do them or I make them in big batches and then use them. So all my meat pie can taste the same. That's another tip. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Get all your pie shapers, all your scoop, all your pie blender, a dough blender, get them ready and put them aside. So this is our evaporated milk. If you don't have evaporated milk, feel free to use any milk or just egg or milk on its own. It all depends on how actually you want your pie to be. Yes. Make sure you whisk it or you mix it until the egg and the milk actually blend together. And then we are going to put this aside for when our pie is ready. Don't skip through this video. This is ice cream scoop, and it's very good when you use one particular thing that can give you the proportion of the meat you are going to use. I've forgotten the name. When I remember it, I will come back. It's like having it equal on each dough. This is my liquid and it's onion and milk. Those who came for the classes, they know what I'm talking about. Yes. So don't skip through the video. Finally, don't forget to put your parchment paper on your tray because it makes it so easy. It's easier to work with parchment paper. But again, if butter and flour also works well for you on your meat pie, that's fine. I love my parchment paper, and I have to make sure working alone as a caterer, you can't get your family, your friends, your staff around all the time. There are some orders you need to make it all by yourself because the time and the dates will not benefit or will help people around you. So I'm not bothering you, but I'm just getting you ready and make sure when you are working from a clean environment. It's so hard to do it, but once you get used to it, take it from me, you're gonna love your job. Our parchment trays are also ready waiting. So now let's get started with our dough now. Yes. First of all, we are going to sieve our dough. Yes. And today we are using plain flour. Plain flour is what I've been using since. Yes. If you want a nice, firm, fluffy, soft meat pie, try using plain flour. I don't know why self-raising is in my mouth. It's not self-raising, it's actually plain flour. My flour has gone on the floor. It happens when you are baking, especially when you are working on your own. There's we are back again. Working in the kitchen with accidents happen every now and then. So this is plain flour. We are using plain flour. Make sure you sieve it very nicely, just so the flour becomes very light when you are mixing it with your butter or rocoto. So here we are with our plain flour. It's very nice and light. tight. We are going to add in our salts, our butter, and the liquid. So don't skip through the video. Oops, now let's add in our salts. Make sure you mix it or you stir it around so the sauce can spread or go everywhere. Good food made in a clean environment. Now we are going to add in butter. Ooh, yes, butter. Come to classes. We are making 3 packs. So if you watch my YouTube channel, Hilda's Kitchen, you know how much butter I use for one, and you'll be able to multiply it. It's so easy. If you want to make less, you just divide it. At this point, we are going to mix everything together, so don't skip through the video. So here we are. All that you do is you just take some of the flour and then you just mash it together with your butter, and here we go all this way using your tips just to separate them. But trust me, the pie is going to be amazing. Every now and then you can use your hand just to twist the bowl so you'll be able to work all over. Alright, don't forget to give me the tops. How do you know if the butter is being spread another one mash into everything? You can easily take your dough and then shake it. You see all these ones, they are all butter, so you go back again and then you mix them, so it doesn't go on one side. Don't forget to share this live with your friends. Video. At this point, my dough powder is ready. How do I know if my dough is okay? Maybe you don't have skill, you want to try, or there are some days, even the weather doesn't even permit for you to know that you've got enough butter in your pie dough. All that you need is just take it, squeeze it. You should be able to form a ball, and when you put it down, it shouldn't break until you undo the ball by yourself. What a brothel, but your share live in share video no or. At this point, I'm going to add in my liquid. I'm using milk and oil and onion. You can use any, you can even use cold water. Mind you, it has been in the fridge. So here we go. Take it easy. Don't pour all in one place. Make sure you go a bit at a time until you finish everything. At this point, the dough looks a bit crumbly. Don't worry. Just try and form a ball out of any amount that you'll be able to get a strength to roll. That's fine. Here we are. It's not too soft. It's not too dry. Here we go. So here we are with our dough, and we are going to roll it. Yes. Hilda's Kitchen. Good food made in a clean environment. Hilda's Kitchen. Good food made in a clean environment. Make sure you roll the edges as well whilst you are rolling it. Make sure you are adjusting it Hilda's Kitchen, good food. Hilda's Kitchen, Hilda's Kitchen, good food made in a clean environment. The word has come. Portion control. So when you use one thing to measure all your filling, it's called portion control, which means they all more or less have the same size. It's a long video, but it's going to help a beginner, a caterer, a baker. It's really helpful. Make sure you share. At this time that you are about to shape your pie, make sure your oven is on preheating. Okay, let's go down. So today too we are going to try a different thing, and I love trying different things every day in my baking. I do like it. Look at this, beautiful. Yes, try few. How do you check it? It's very beautiful. So far, so good. Yes, it's looking very nice. So at this point, we are going to bake our meat pie. Meat pie can be baked in so many ways, depends on your oven. I normally bake my pies between 25 to 30 minutes, depends on your oven. So don't ask me where are you going to put your oven. It can be the same oven, but they work differently. So here we go. Got mini one over there. Going to put this one there. Yes. And we're going to give 10 minutes. 10 to 12 minutes, and after 10 minutes I take it out and I swing them around. Go another one over here. So here we go. The middle is always the best. Make sure you minimize it. You know your oven better than I do. So see you when the pie is ready, and I hope you are going to share this video. It's a long video because I wouldn't like to make it short. It's good for you to understand if you want to be a better baker and your meat pie want to trend out. This is the procedure you have to do, especially if you work on your own. I will see you on Wednesday.